Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Slay the Princess. I'm really looking forward to this one. If you guys didn't request a part 2, I would have been playing this in my spare time anyway, so I'm really happy it was requested. As per usual, if you guys do like this video, I would highly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. And keep in mind, this is part 2. So there will be a link in the description for part 1, if you haven't checked that out. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Do you know what? There's one I do want to try. We didn't kneel to the princess, did we? The first time we tried to kill her, when she turned into the goddess, I want to go through all of that again, and I want to try kneeling to her and see what happens. So we're going to go continue to the cabin.
You take
Okay,
the
we're
blade
going
from
to take
the
the
table.
blade.
It'd be rather difficult to...
I'm just going to skip through all the dialogue we've definitely seen before. Continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
There she
And lock
is.
eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, if I remember right, last time we said steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay, so last time I'm pretty sure we said, are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Right. Now we're gonna slay the
Charge
princess.
the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Wait,
Blood sprays
What?
from the cut.
Where'd she get a knife? This isn't what happened last time.
Princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
okay, we're gonna finish the job, I suppose. We
The
didn't
last
see
bit
this
of your
last
will,
time.
You press forward, sinking the blade deep into the
I
princess's
swear I
heart.
did it exactly the same as I did last time she turned into a goddess.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Oh, we're dying together.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder...
It's amazing how her teeth have changed, though.
Do
The little
you
details
really
make me
think that
love this game so
was
much.
enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on
We
a
haven't got the
path
razor
in the
before.
woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Okay, I feel like all of these options are basically just when you're going in circles. So I'm going to go proceed to the cabin.
A warning. But she will lie. He couldn't be more on the money.
Voice of
We're
the
really doing
cheated.
this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the
Whoa,
cabin is a
what
jagged
the hell?
mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting
Okay, this
as
is
shattered
all
glass.
new.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, we're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
It amazes me that this is the same guy. Like he's been narrating this whole time. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I don't know why, but I feel like mentioning the mirror is important.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You walk up to the wall next to the bait. It's really... You reach forward and rub your...
Okay,
It was there
so
a
we
second ago. Now it's gone.
Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Okay, we're into the basement. I haven't seen this one before, and I'm so confused because I swear this was supposed to be the
door to
goddess.
basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
I'm so confused. This is so much different.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I don't like the way her
We're not
voice
falling
is.
for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Me. I don't think I want to talk to her. I feel like I'm just going to go for it. I want to save the talking to her till later. Like, find out a whole bunch of exposition at once. It's probably going to blow my mind, but fuck it, we're going to slay the princess.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Oh, that would be unnerving.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Whose meat?
She must have been holding
Not
the
ours,
knife
right?
behind her back or something.
Hers, at first,
Hers?
then yours.
What? Hers? Yeah.
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled
Where the
you
hell
with.
was she hiding that?
And then the red,
What
angry
the
slit in the
fuck?
flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What the hell?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
Okay, thanks.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Awesome. Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path
What
in the woods.
the hell?
Your
Oh,
bot,
I
the
skipped
interior
it.
of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Hang on. What did just happen? No, fuck that. If we're going to have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in the goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. I just sounded super Australian. You're what? Okay, so somehow the voice of the cheetah just dragged us into the fucking cabin.
I feel dizzy.
That's weird.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Voice of the hunted.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Good. It's better that way.
And the stubborn.
Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
This is a lot of responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Oh, this guy's got the right idea.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
I like this guy.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
So he still can't see the mirror.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
I feel like that is a horrible idea. There's no fucking way I'm breaking the mirror.
The room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
I want to know what the hell the mirror is.
There. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Oh, I can't wait to see what she is now.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Oh, fucking hell.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Okay, so... is it just me, or does her dress look sharper than usual?
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We
He's
just
got
need
a
to
good
find a way
point.
to win.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the
Okay.
princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh, well, I guess we're gonna fight.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Shit. We're gonna fight her. Fuck these other two. We're gonna fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it.
Yes, yes, this is the best idea anyone has ever had. Yeah, sure.
Until
why the
we
hell
die
not? Let's see
again.
if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
I kind of want to tease her a little bit. I also want to be like the stoic hero that just stands here and goes, oh yeah, come on then. Do your worst. I bet you can't even hurt me.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
Thank you, Hunted.
And we fight back.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow. Yes, this is exactly it. But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Okay, we did again.
And? Does it hurt? No.
Voice of the cold.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
Wait, did we just respawned right in front of her? That's kind of terrifying.
Don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I love the smile she has.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I don't think that's how it works.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
I wonder how fast she can transform if she's like all swords or something. I love that last one. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Okay, I don't like any of these. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. Oh shit, that's not good. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working.
Okay, so we have the skeptic.
Think.
She skewers you.
Thanks, narrator.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Then you skewer yourself.
Oh, okay.
I thought we both understood
Wait, she's
that
got more
dying
blades
doesn't
now.
get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Okay, so we have heard from some of these voices before.
She skewers you.
Thanks, narrator. Fucking hell.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Oh, I plan on it.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades.
Voice
There's
of the
nothing better than
smitten.
a capable woman.
Oh, he must be loving this. A woman this powerful.
She skewers you.
You're cute.
Thanks, baby.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
The voice of the paranoid.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Her teeth are coming further out of her
Getting
mouth.
Close to something, can't you feel it?
One last time.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that.
The voice of the
I'm
opportunist.
sure she'll listen to reason.
I don't want to try that.
Skewers you. And then
Oh,
everything
this has gone
goes
on for a
dark,
while.
and you die.
Again. Chapter 4. Mutually Assured Destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Okay.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
It's a fucking horrible idea.
Over my dead body.
Thank you, Stubborn.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
Yeah, death is
How about
death.
we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's fine.
Oh,
I'll just
shit.
shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yeah, what did I miss? It's more of a slide? We know. Okay, cool.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Well, at this point you don't need to be. We know what
Don't
happens.
care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Not quite, baby.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Suddenly we need him to do something he doesn't want to do it. What a surprise.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Preferably.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
He sounds so excited.
Now.
The princess's skin
Oh, what the
splitting into
hell?
red plumes of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her
What the
splattering
hell?
against the
I
walls.
was right, she's
that
all
remains
blades.
In the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
At least her heart's exposed. We know where we can get her.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Well, there's no windows down here, so I don't think so.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed.
We're screwed.
Done. Forget it.
Okay, everyone shut the fuck up.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
You too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh, now we get a fight. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else. This is like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
You're incredible.
Dun, 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 dun. Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Oh, there we go, the hands. Oh, yes. We're about to see the entity again. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. What? You've withered. Okay, so first we grew, now we withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I'm never gonna get over how much I love the music in this area. A long quiet music is probably some of my favorite music in a game ever. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
That's a really good question. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I don't like these first two options. I don't know if I plan to kill this entity when everything's said and done. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
She makes that sound like love.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires
awakening.
shape in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself.
Okay, so
above
she
you.
sees us as equals. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in your
Okay.
ear.
Blah, 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 blah. Do you know what? This time, I'm going to go talk to the
It's
princess.
all part of the
I'm
job.
also not going to bring the knife with me. Alright, into the basement. Not taking the knife with us.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, she sounds way more scared than if we had the knife.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I like that. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
She already knew we were here.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
I want to talk to her, I think, this time. Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
We've killed her so many times and we have no idea what her actual name is. We just know her as the princess.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay, so We've been calling her by her name.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name? She has no
Like
idea.
I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
Yeah, I suppose
You
so.
have all the explanation you need. You should know better
Your
than to
explanation
trust whatever
doesn't
she comes
count.
up with.
I wasn't kidding when I said I was sent here to kill you. You're apparently going to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. Which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I still have a few more questions before we leave. I kind of want to try and get as much out of her as I can.
Chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Oh, that was a deflection if I've ever seen one.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I wanna free her. I wanna free her. I'm gonna free her. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Maybe
I'm
we
guessing
could...
you don't have the key?
I just realized I still have no idea who locked her down here.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
What if we use the knife to pick the lock? And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
We haven't seen anybody else. This will be the first time if somebody... Okay, if it's not the narrator trying to keep us in here with his all-powerful fucking magical dungeon master abilities, this will be the first person we've seen. Yeah, we're going to try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
It is him. It is the narrator. Okay, guess we have to return to the bottom of
Make your
the
way to the
stairs.
bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
He's right. Next time we should take the blade and try and pick the lock.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Whoa,
before
what
raising
the
her
fuck?
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the
That is
determination
not what I
of a
expected
trapped
her to
wolf.
do. She would have been so much better like breaking her fucking thumb or something, but alright,
She
chew
rips
through
her
your
flesh
arm.
From her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to
How?
strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I want to free her. I've honestly become a little bit obsessed with trying to free her now.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
It would have been so much better to chop it off at the wrist. Like the joints there. As a butcher, this is my butcher's mind thinking. If you take her off at the wrist, you can just slide the chain off. It wouldn't be an issue. But where you're taking, you're going to have to break through bone.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
It wouldn't, even if it was sharp, it would not take little effort. Okay, alright, I will suspend my disbelief at the moment, but it's wrong.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her. How is she
Oh,
still
shit.
smiling
Didn't mean to do
after
that.
everything?
Whatever.
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I think that's a good idea. Then approach locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What? He can control us?
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay. At least there's one option that's not slay the princess. We're gonna warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Okay. At least she moved out the way.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Please don't stab me.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be
She's
quick.
gonna stab me. She's gonna fucking stab me.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing flesh and sinew.
Oh, she stabbed me.
Agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay
Oh,
strong.
no.
We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
I like how the hero's still fighting for her.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Yes, says you. She hasn't killed anyone except for us.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't be laughing at my own painful death.
She doesn't hardly use the
it's
knife,
kind of
does she?
funny.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, right, we've forgotten that we've died
Rich coming
multiple
from
times.
you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
She looks so upset. Chapter 2, The Damsel.
She
I
will
wonder
lie if
how-
only you knew. Excuse me?
Wait, what? I missed that.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
I quite like the voice of the smitten. He's quite funny.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Let's see how different it is.
The interior of the cabin
This looks
is clean
nice.
and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so right now, my choices, I'm thinking, are either take the knife with me and try and pick the lock, or leave the knife up here again. And I'm thinking I'm going to leave the knife here again.
The blade is your implement.
Okay, we're just going to enter the basement. Mirror just disappeared. That was weird. I mean,
The door
not
to the basement
unexpected, but
creaks
weird.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
It might just be you, my dude.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear
At least
that?
she remembers us.
She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I kind of wonder how true that is.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I am, because I want to know what the fuck happened.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yep, apparently.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
That seems a little strange. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Shit, maybe she's smitten with us.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
It sounded like a
See,
blatant
she didn't confess
lie.
anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She's so chipper.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
This guy's starting to get on my nerves.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Alright. I guess we're rescuing the princess this time.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
Oh. That was menacing. You wouldn't.
I'd listen to him if I were you.
Oh, hang
He has
on.
a
I
lot of
missed
strong
something.
feelings.
Shit.
And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
What did I miss? I would. Okay, that wasn't that important.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
But we
Luckily
haven't
for
seen
Mr.
anyone
Romance, We
else.
don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Leave? What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Typical bloody woman. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Despite the narrator's narration, I was smiling. That was nice. I quite like
We
this.
have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
She's so pretty.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of
I love how
true love.
upbeat the music is.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think we can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
Yeah. I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle, and... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
He's so upset.
I told you she could do it. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade.
Oh. God, imagine slaying her right now. That'd be fucking horrible. No, we're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Good.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Here comes the long quiet.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers? We have feathers? And there she goes. But you don't get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Yeah, here we have Hero freaking
now?
out again, as usual. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
That is... okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Why do I feel like there's maybe only one more? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
One?
Whatever you
Okay, I
bring
was,
me next will
I was
be
right.
enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, and I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're
Okay.
here.
What ones do we have left? We never got to the one where we pledge ourselves to her. I might try that one.
You make your way up. A warning, she will lie. We're not going to go
Yes,
through.
yes,
Ignore
yes,
him.
yes, yes. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade.
Yes, yes, yes. Take the blade.
You take the
Okay,
blade.
come on. Let's go.
The door. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you. Good.
Continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock up.
She's so
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward. Your grip on the.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in the space, so you should just drop.
She's unarmed.
Wait, what? Wait, what? We can't just slay her? Fuck, this has thrown me off. This has kind of ruined my whole plans. I'm sorry, can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm gonna drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh.
I'm more unnerved by the shape of her face at the moment.
I'll take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Okay, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
She seems like a
Any
bit of
honorific
a
should
pretentious
do, really.
bitch at the moment.
Again, she
Then
offers
again, we
no
walked in with a
specifics.
knife, so...
No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't...
If I don't, what?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Good.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Yeah, you might be right.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No. We're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like
I wonder what she
something
looks
out of a
like now.
nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
I like the last one. Ignore her and go to sleep. I'm not going to do that though. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and the chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped.
Oh, we
and the
are
door
in
to the
trouble.
basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Oh, that sounds dirty.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
Hmm.
I'm sorry,
I wonder
but it is.
how? Like what?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
What happened? Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to
Okay, been through all of this. Proceed to the cabin.
warn. She will. I don't think it doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Okay, we missed one. What did we miss? Okay, nothing important. Okay, let's see what the cabin looks like now.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The
What is with the
smooth wood of
eyes?
the walls almost featureless. The only
the
furniture
fuck?
of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Yeah,
It's
what
just
did
an
happen
empty
to the
frame.
door?
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
There's a lot of eyes on us.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay, we're going to ignore the mirror as usual. We're going to take the
You reach
blade.
down and pick the blade up off the floor. It will be good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Bomb.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Okay, we're going to enter the basement.
You cross over the
What?
threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Why?
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Step off the void in between the stairs. We're going to continue down the stairs in silence.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
I mean, it is pretty
No, I'm
weird.
not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
It's creepy as hell. I feel like I'm going to go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh,
I told
hello.
you I was going to find
God, she looks
you.
like Pennywise.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
God, that's terrifying.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your
Wait,
eyes.
what did I miss?
Nerves, heart,
Oh no, it's literally just...
liver, nerves. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Wait, is paranoid keeping us
Okay,
alive?
whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves, heart, lungs,
I feel like talking to her is
heart,
better.
liver, nerves,
I want to talk to her.
lungs, liver.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
That's fucking terrifying.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. We're fine. Heart,
How the hell is she doing that?
Nerves, heart, your back, lungs, liver, nerves.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Why can't she leave without us, though? It's weird. If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Like a good pet. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
And what happens if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
And we're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Only until your heart finally gives out.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
So she's trapping us now.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
That's a little more terrifying. This iteration of her is actually probably the scariest one that we've come across.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again.
I really hope that there's some there's some Magnus Archives fans out here, because this is only something they're gonna get, but she makes me think of the unknowing. And that's fucking terrifying.
All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Okay, I don't want to help her leave. I might... Do you know what? I'm going to go with tossing the blade. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. And I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst.
Are you serious?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
Liver,
I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
liver,
I think coward would be running away.
She raises a hand to her mask
Oh.
and pulls it down.
Oh, what the fuck?
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
God, I love the artwork of this game.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
What the hell? So she's just in a recurring cycle of birth and death.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Oh my god, that artwork is so good, I can't get over it.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
This is actually fucking sad.
No. No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. You can't give up. I need to know what happens.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3. Fucking, it's a chapter. Something's going on. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Multiple times,
Yes,
buddy.
It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left.
We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling.
So it looks like we have all of the voices
back
back.
to snuff out your heart. We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere.
This is all of them, though.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set
This
her
is
free.
all of them. What the
Can we love
fuck?
something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Yeah, that's what I was
This is
thinking.
bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here?
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what
I
she
feel like
says,
every question
and
is going to be a whole
everything will be
fucking,
fine.
like, paragraph of
It won't.
words and shit.
It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always been.
You're lucky.
Sorry, I got sick of hearing it.
I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers, and they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
I think he might be right here. What if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that. It doesn't work.
Have we?
Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Okay, I don't want to stay here. I want to see what's going on. So we're going to proceed to the cabin.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been.
Okay, we've got another mirror
All
again.
you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
Very heroic.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
I'm absolutely not smashing it. I have just a horrible idea.
Proceed to where?
Because smashing that mirror is a horrible thing to do.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
You have to take the blade. I like that. Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh, Jesus.
You see something
Okay.
staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
What is wrong with... Why are her arms disjointed?
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left is for you to take me home and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Taking her hand is literally the last thing I wanted. Oh. Oh, shit. You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else, a long time ago. But was there something new? Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. I guess I'm taking her hand.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Oh no, I thought it was the hands coming through.
So tired.
Oh, the voice has changed. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
And there go the hands. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
I'm going to have to tell them all it's going to be okay.
Do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah,
As always,
I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Right, let's gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
It's the narrator. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. What the hell is this? This is not the long quiet. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
We think we're running out of time. I want to know what he is. I want to know what the princess is. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
I feel like I've messed something up. I feel like the way we've treated the princess and trying to slay her constantly is going to give me kind of a worse ending.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh my god, there are so many questions. Okay, there's so many, I'm struggling. I feel like we have limited time to ask him stuff. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
I don't feel like it will. I feel like this is the type of question you would ask a god. Do you have anything to say for yourself, for all of this hubris?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
This is a good one. I don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. Am I not a living being?
You never were. You are the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But death is so important. You've called this place a construct. What is it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Run out of questions. Death of the author. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the moment of clarity to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. What the hell was that?
I can finally see you, and you can
She's
finally see
beautiful.
me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Holy fuck, the artwork of that just gave me chills. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
That is how it seemed. He seemed like he was so much more afraid of death than anything else. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I don't want to kill her. It's not what I want. Okay, these first first couple of questions I don't really care about. This one, if you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What? I don't...
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Is she bringing out the aspects to teach us?
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
I kind of like this one. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. Your lover tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
I'm going to continue with this shared humanity, I think. This has always just been about us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again and again. But we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your emotions, pain is suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. and you feel all of it.
It's so interesting seeing everything from her perspective.
On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts or not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I mean, she's not wrong. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
Shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
We are not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
Is the person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back down to my level. You can come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful, eternal, but ever-changing.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't want to kill her. I don't think that's the right decision. But I do want to continue arguing with her. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Well, I think I pissed her off.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh. Where did this guy come from? Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh, what the hell?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after
Look,
that.
look at the... There's more princesses out there.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
I think that's probably for the
And
best.
I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
I'm not going to kill her. I'm not going to take the blade. I'm just going to enter the
No
basement.
blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. Oh, we get to sit with her? That's nice. Oh, there's so much again. So good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you.
The first time we met, I literally beat you to death with my bare hands. You don't have to apologize
Oh my
to me.
god, I forgot about that.
But still, I appreciate it. And I hope you can also forgive me.
You know, when she puts it like that...
I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
So, now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm Really glad I got to know you.
What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And like I said
don't think
earlier,
I could have.
don't
I
really
think
want
it
to
would have
be
made me
her.
too upset killing her.
I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I'm gonna take her hand in mine. I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Oh, I made
want
her
that too.
blush.
I think I'm going to stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Can he do that? Are you going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Right, and we're gonna leave with the princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I feel like the first option is right. I love you.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried a little at the end there. That was... fuck. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was... I loved that. I genuinely loved that. It is probably one of my favorite games I've ever played. I mean, I am curious to see what the other endings are. Like, what happens if you go down into the basement at the end with the knife instead? Like, stuff like that. But I feel like that ending was right. And I enjoyed that so much. This one's going on probably one of my top 10 games of all time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, because I fucking loved it, obviously. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.